It's recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God. Hello.
Hi. No.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, again, I am Lana.
I'm Amber. Hi.
And we're bored. And yeah. So it is summer of '09. It is July.
How do you? So summer '08 was probably like the best summer ever.
Yeah, it was.
This is really bothering me. It's not. The camera is not keeping up with my mouth.
It's keeping up good enough.
Anyway.
Okay, we're gonna tell you about summer of 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, like.
She lives in Texas, and I live in Oklahoma, but we've been best friends since 4th grade. And so every summer she comes down and we reminisce.
Reminisce?
About past events.
What does that mean?
Never mind, she doesn't know.
Okay.
Anyway, she comes down to visit, and yeah, we catch up and all.
Anyway.
So last summer, go ahead.
What do I start with? No, you started out last time. Remember? You always start out.
Okay. Last summer, she came down from Texas, and what happened first?
4th of July.
4th of July. She came down for the 4th of July, and oh my God, dude, that was like the best freaking time ever.
Well, start off with, we just pretty much laid in the road the whole night till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, my family is Mexican.
So anyway, we were all like just like chilling like for 4th of July, and her cousin, yeah, he's black.
One for the devil, 2 for my God. Father, please forgive me while I rock this world. I've been loving coochie since it was invented. Ask me, does it get me? Yes, it does. Feels lovely.
Black. Okay. Anyway, so
Lucy.
I call him Lucy.
Lucy for some reason. His real name is Carlos.
Alright, anyways, I'm gonna call him Carlos because I just feel stupid saying Lucy. So, anyway, what about Lucy?
Where are we getting at this? He was there.
Yeah, he was there.
With all his
we were
posse.
actually at his house. To start out with,
talked about the Kylesy. Like, okay, Carlos came into the room. We were sitting in the living room.
Oh, I want to act this out, okay?
All right, so
we were just like sitting there on the couch, and then he was
sup,
losers,
yeah, sup, losers,
and I was all, did you just call me a loser? And he was all,
and then he was like, yeah,
and then Kyle Z was all, and this really deep retarded laugh was like, like,
so funny.
Like, what the hell? Oh, and then this one dude, we call him Kyle because we thought his name was Corey, but his name was Kyle, so we just put it together and call him Kyle. Okay, anyways, so he was like, oh my God, fucking sexy, like, bangable.
He was hot.
He was like hotter than hot. You don't even know until you see him, until you saw it. Okay, anyway, so he was like, he walked in the room like spinning this huge basketball on his finger.
Oh yeah, I guess he's friends with my cousin or something.
Yeah, anyway. So he walks in the room like spinning this basketball on his finger. You know how guys spin that basketball? Anyway. So he was like spinning the basketball, and I was just like sitting there in amazement. I was just in amazement because he was like so
we were both sitting on the couch, we were about to go to the movies, and
yeah.
he walks in, and then Amber.
And then he was almost walking through the door, like the doorway to Carlos's room, and I'm like, dude, you're hot. He was just like, thanks. Like, he knows he's hot.
Like that kind of pissed me off, but whatever, he is hot, so.
Yeah, anyway, so he was just all like, yeah. Anyway, so.
Preston is a druggie. Preston is the definition of a druggie.
Preston does not deserve to be in this video.
I know this pretty girl, always think about her when she says I do me, but I fly go right through me. And when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance and getting a little closer and maybe.
Jabir was pretty much the highlight of the 4th of July.
He was.
Okay, so we were just all.
His real name is Javier, but we
call him Jabir because it's just. So anyway, Lena had an iPhone at the time, and it was charging on the computer. You know how an iPhone charges. She was all like.
He came in the room. He spent the night with Carlos.
We were sitting there just talking, and him and his brother,
Erwin,
were staying the night at Carlos's house that night. Well, he came in the room, And we were just like sitting on the couch. It was in the living room. And Lana was like, "What are you doing with my phone?" And he was like, "Oh, this is your phone?" And Lana was like, "Yeah, that's my phone. What are you doing with it?" And he was like, "What are you doing?"
I was like, I'm asking you what you're doing with my phone.
And he was like, so he started playing this song. So that's the song that reminds us of him. And he just started playing that song. So we just started asking him questions. I don't remember what got that started, but we started asking him questions. So we asked him a question, and he was like, "Alright, if y'all have any more questions,
I'll be in
the room. Just knock on the door and ask me a question." So I was like, "Alright." You know, so we had to think of a question, of course.
Because we were stupid.
Retarded, we had to think of a question. If we wouldn't have thought of a question, none of this would have happened. So, anyway, we thought of a question, and it was, "Do you like zebras?" Stupid. So we knocked on the door, and he was like, "Yeah." We're like, "We have a question," and he was like, "Alright." And he was like, we're like, "Do you like zebras?" And he was all like, "Yeah." And we were all like,
Cool.
And then we were just standing there for a second, and he was like,
"You can come in."
Yeah, he was like, so we walked in, we turned the light. I was like, "No, turn the light off. It's too bright." So we're like, whatever. And I had something in my head like, wow, because something's gotta happen. Something's gonna happen.
And we were like sitting like
on the floor in front of the bed, and he was laying on the bed,
and he was like under the covers and whatever.
Yeah, and then so we just like started asking questions, and he kept repeating himself. You can ask me a personal question. You can ask me a personal question. I said you could ask me a personal question. And Lana was like, "Okay, are you a virgin? Is that personal enough?" And he was all like, "Yeah," and starts laughing. And he's like, "No, not really." And we were like, "Alright." And we were like, "How far have you gone with the girl?" And he's like, "How far have you gone with the guy?" And at the time, we were just like prude motherfuckers back then.
We were pricks, yo.
Anyways, then Lana like sits up on the bed, and then I follow her, and then somehow we end up laying down. Like, anyways, so we were just laying there, we were talking, and then all of a sudden, Carlos's mom walks in, pulls the blanket off of Javier, and was like, "This ain't gonna be happening. Y'all get up out of here. No, Before she popped in, we were talking about. I was like, "Javier, will you strip for us?" And he was like, "What am I gonna get out of it? Can I touch your boob?" And I was like, "Alright." So we were gonna do all this stuff, and then she walked in. And if she would have walked in when he was like standing there butt naked in front of us, our asses would have
died.
Dead.
Okay, well, that's pretty much the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed. If not, oh well.
Well, it was quite boring,
but yeah. Favorite.
You're the one that sat there and watched the whole video.
Yeah, so subscribe. And all that stuff. All that jazz. So there will be more videos eventually. Alright, so later. Go check out our MySpace too.
Yeah. That way? Whichever way the sidebar
Whichever you want to see your sidebar goes in there for links.
Yeah. MySpace. And comment if you thought this video was cool.
Yeah, if you think we're faggots, just favorite it.
Just don't leave it.
Give a dog a bone, I'm like, get back, give me that, get a king is throne. Honey, I am home, walk into the dealership, add another wheel to my collection of pink slips. I am it, and don't forget, this is the